me tell you the story on how I turned this $200 trailer into a $3,000 trailer. Let's get into it. So we'll start off on where we all left off at, with a trailer that just needs a bunch of TLC, has no good tires, and everything is corroded and rusted and it looks terrible. And the first thing I wanted to tackle was the tires. I decided to go the newer but used tire route. I felt as though the old rims could have been fixed and cleaned up, but I decided to go this route because it was just easier at the time. Next, it was time to remove this old rusty jack. It just wasn't even working. It couldn't even turn. It was corroded. It was done, so I had to take that bad boy out. After that, it was time to get into the side door because somebody had a lock on there and I did not have the key for it, so it was time to cut it off. This took much longer than usual because I had the wrong blade on my grinder, but I eventually got it off. But then I ran into another problem. The door wouldn't open. It was completely corroded shut. It was the most disappointing thing. All right, forget that. Don't worry about that. I decided to move on to the more pressing matter, cleaning out the trailer, because it was a much easier thing to do at the time, just cleaning it up and making the interior look much better. Interior is pretty much cleaned out. Got me a free crowbar, 2 books. Now it was time to move on to the exterior, getting this cleaned up on the exterior. So I went ahead and pressure washed it, and actually a good amount of it was come off. A lot of the dirt was coming off, but it wasn't what I thought it would be, of course. A lot more work was needed. All right, guys, so I've been dreading doing this. Yep, you guessed it. The back doors was also corroded too, so I had to cut those off. All right, so I got the doors off. Just have the doors finally sitting flush how they're supposed to be. All right, you guys didn't see, but I put on all the new hinges. The doors swing pretty freely. They did what they're supposed to do. Now that horrible test was done, it's time to move into something even harder. Removing all the vinyl decals, which really sucked and it took forever. After I removed those, I moved right into painting. The first coat at least. It needed more than 1 coat. Okay, so it isn't the best out there, but that doesn't necessarily matter right now. It's the first coat. So I continued on painting the rest of the trailer, and it looked halfway decent, but it needed more work. All right, guys, so I got this front end painted and the whole side, just the first coat. Next morning, I got right back to painting on the other side just to finish it up, and I went right into the second coat, and it came out pretty decently, actually. I'm very pleased with how the paint came out. But then I went back and painted all the trim black because I think that just made it pop a lot more, and it was all rusty anyways. All right, guys, so this is the finished product. Honestly, in my own opinion, the trailer came out good, but that's for you to decide if it really looks that great. I mean, it's not perfect, don't get me wrong, but yeah. But don't go anywhere because the video's not over. I actually ended up flipping this trailer the same night that I finished it, which is amazing. All right, so I literally just posted it 2 hours ago, and I had somebody hit me up. He hit me up within the first 2 hours because he was also another flipper, so he wanted to be the first guy to get his hands on it so he can go ahead and make money off of it. So he obviously had a lower price than what I would want to sell it for, but at the end of the day, I can get this flipped and move on to the next project. So I decided to go ahead and do it. He was only offering me $2,000. I had it up there for $2,800, but I decided to go ahead and do it because it just made sense to make money right now. And I would have still made a $1,300 profit on it. That thing hooked up, we out.